Fourth is Resident Evil 4, and yes, that is the Leon I plan on doing, plan on cosplaying. Sadly, at this point, the zombies have no longer become flesh-eating creatures of hell, and they've become more human-looking, and the zombie have disappeared. And I know me, along with many others, have kind of just been like, why did that happen? But this takes place in a small village, and Leon is sent there to rescue the most absolutely annoying character in the entire series, who I don't understand why they created her, but to be annoying, Ashley, the president's daughter, Ashley Graham, and it has to do with a more advanced version called Los Plagas. It's a more advanced version of the T virus and G virus. It's Los Plagas. And this guy right here is the most annoying character as well. He hits you once and he decides to chop you in half, so you're dead. But yeah, this is the Leon that I'm going as, and here's a couple of little shots. Here's the village of creatures, zombie-like people. But yeah, I do like it. Oh, and look, funny, they decide to show Ashley getting carried off. Surprise, surprise. She's been captured after, what? She gets captured like 4 times in this game. But yeah, it's a good game. It's different. But I like it. You get to see more of Leon's background in this. That's kind of like excluding the whole raccoon incident and him being part of the RPD. Last but not least of the main series, Resident Evil 5. Yes, this is where my figure comes in as well. There's Chris and Sheva Almar, and again, it's another step up from the creatures, and it's a more advanced version of Los Plagas. It's pretty cool because you get to play 2 people in this, and unlike the first one. And it's just really, it's a good game, even though the zombies aren't zombies. And Chris is just freaking awesome. And I know many people were contemplating what they just gave Chris steroids the entire time since Veronica to this. He's on steroids, but yeah. I personally like the way he looks now instead of the wimpy little guy he was in the other games. Oh, by the way, in this one they are in Africa, and it's just dealing with that thing, and Wesker is a huge part in that. Now, for the side and complete side stories, we have the 2 outbreaks. Sorry, I don't have the cover. I did buy this at GameStop, and they didn't have the cover, but I do have the cover of this one, and it follows I think 7 characters. I haven't played this in a long time, and you get to be some of these characters, and they show up both in this game and in this game, and it's just different scenarios where you're mainly in Raccoon City, and this is technically before Raccoon City gets eliminated. You have them in both. And yeah, there's not really much to say about that. You get to choose whichever character you want in both of them. Then for the Wii, and I personally think if you really don't want to get sucked into this, or you want to get more of a taste of it before you see if you want to get sucked into the whole franchise of Resident Evil, play these games. They are good snippets of each game. Most of each game. I don't really think Resident Evil 5 is in it, but yeah, you pretty much get to choose. You follow along the story, and you are any of the characters within these stories. This one, has 1, this has 0, 1, and Nemesis in it, I think. And this one has 2, and God, I don't even remember. Oh, 2 Code Veronica, and then like a side thing that has to do with Leon and Krauser. Okay, so yes, I know, I do have the Resident Evil movie. I don't have the other ones, but I love this one. I like this one, and I actually really like the 4th one, because the 4th one follows the game, at least follows the 5th game more than any of the movies. But this one shows the Hive, and kind of like the whole T-virus. You actually get to see the T-virus, and to me, it's good. It was a good start. A lot of people will argue against it, but to me, it was a good start. And yes, it does introduce Alice, who is not in any of the games, but it does introduce a lot of the characters in the other movies. Like Carlos Oliveira is in the second one with Jill. And then the 3rd one, we do see Claire. And then the 4th one, we see Chris and Claire. And actually in the 2nd one, we do get to see Nemesis. Alright, so my pretty much last thing, and I'm going to walk with my camera because, yeah. The last thing I have are these little QBs, and I did it because Miss DBZ Babe did one of Vegeta, and I found the Resident Evil ones. And they're pretty much Resident Evil The Dark Side Chronicle QBs. There's Krauser. Yeah, he's kind of like weird looking. And Claire. They're all weird looking. Leon. Yeah, the little zombie dude. Because you can't have it without the zombie. There's Chris and Leon again, except now he's in his RPD outfit. I guess one last thing that I can show you guys, and sorry, you do get to see parts of my room, and I am sorry about that, is this poster that Miss DBZ Babe actually got me. It's a small movie poster for Resident Evil Afterlife. And I guess that's what I'm going to leave you off on. Alice flying out a window shooting up at us. Resident Evil Afterlife. Thank you for joining me, and hope to be able to show you guys really cool pictures of my cosplay when Async comes around in May. Sayonara.